Hello, this is Carol. Is the sky so pretty this evening? It's after 6. I had to lay down for a little while. I overdid it today. Yep, I did. But that's okay. I didn't quite get that done, but I put a big dent in it. And I came over here and put in a pole. Yep, I put in a pole because I was tired of seeing my, I was tired of seeing it. Ooh, my fertilizer. Well, I don't use it for fertilizer. I use it to spread grass seed. But anyway, I got tired of looking at this thing leaning. So, I use this thing here to hold up the one pole. The old pole that's broken. This one. And I dug a hole using my post hole digger, put some stone in it, and covered it up, and this thing is solid. My first pole. Yes, first pole I've ever put in. I was impressed. Yep, I made sure it was, it really doesn't matter whether it was in straight, but it's solid, so my Confederate jasmine won't pull it down. Look at this bush, vine, whatever you want to call it. It is amazing. I'm gonna have to put some tendrils up. Like this is way over here. I'm gonna put some up on that. Is that beautiful? Sometimes you just gotta wait a year. Yep, just wait a year. And the plants just start growing. Like they're kind of in shock when you first put them in. And then by the next year, they're going to town. Oh, another thing I did was clean up over here. Yep, I put some moss down. I'm going to put some more stuff down to start my garden over here. I'm going to put some type of bushes there. I'm not sure what. I'm just getting the ground ready. I've been doing it for about a year. There was too many, cardboard pieces there, so I'm going to use that over here because I want to get this garden set up too, since I have so many of my seeds growing. See, I did clean it up. Took me a couple of weeks, but I finally did it. The chickens love them. I have a lot of bugs in this area, and the chickens scooped up quite a bit of it. Yep, they had fun today. Yep. Look at them. They're going to town, scratching up in here. I gotta clean this area up pretty soon too. Sometimes I just can do just so much and then I have to quit. I could go to sleep right now, I'm so tired. So I get something to eat and all I want to do is go to bed and go to sleep. Hey, don't be mean. Be nice to each other. Yep. Sometimes they aren't so nice. Yep, I got a lot of this garden done up. Won't take long. I have this side too. It's so pretty in the morning with those flowers. I have to show you in the morning. They're so pretty. They look like ground cover and they're all beautiful. I did some more lawn mowing. Yep. It helps around here. I gotta get this garden. There's so many gardens here I could get done. I gotta get in there too. Clean that house siding. It's all right. I'm gonna have 2 weeks off pretty soon. I'll get more done. Yep. I gotta plant some plants. Oh, look at this. I was so excited to see this. Every day it's coming back fat more and more. I don't know if you remember, but my bridal plant, it was about 5 foot tall, had beautiful flowers on it. I thought it was dead, but look, it's coming back. I gotta get these weeds. Even though these weeds are up near, I'm gonna whack all this. I pretty much got most of it. Most of the weeds whacked down. But around the edges of the plants, I have to do it. I actually want to dig around, make a big hole, circle around it, and then put some more wood chips. Wood chips are good mulch. So I got that to do. But some of these weeds, of course, they close up. The flowers close up. My pecan tree, I got to figure out where I want it. It rained today, so I had to quit about 1:30. So I would have probably kept on going, but about 1:30. I went in and had something to eat, and then I was done. But look at that. My jasmine bush. I watered this. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. It's coming back, yay. And then of course I trimmed. I told you I don't like this bush here. This is the crepe myrtle. But I just trimmed it up. I gotta trim around it. I'm gonna get some of these things over here on the ground. Get more of an idea of what I've got there. And the wood, of course. Oh my gosh, I think I told you. I'm in shock. This thing is growing. I can't wait till summer. I bet it will be high. It will live now because it's gone through a rough patch. It's got all summer to grow. I gotta weed this thing out. Yep. It looks good this year. We'll see what happens. Now this is my newest tree I planted. I told you yesterday I did it. This is an oak tree. And it's supposed to turn red in the fall. I already trimmed it up a little bit. Excuse me. I trimmed a little bit of it and I gave it to the goats to see if they'd eat it. Oh my gosh, they love it. So, found something else they like to eat. But hopefully this tree will provide a lot of shade right here for the goats. Because really all they have is the overhang. And of course that big old oak tree over there. But this will be pretty in the fall. It looks so good right now. So it's got all summer long to grow. I just got to remember to water it every single day. you're supposed to do to keep it up. Of course, it had rainwater, but I watered it this morning, so he's gotten a lot of water. Pretty interesting when you dig down. Like when I set that pole, there's like dark gray, and then there's sugar sand, and then there's clay. It's amazing the different soil textures out here. You got to be careful in Florida because I bought a house in '87. It was brand new, one of the subdivisions over near town. And they didn't fill it very well because it ended up to be a swamp area. And when it rained, it was like you were in the middle of a swamp. All you heard was the frogs constantly. And then it would be it didn't flood, but there are flood zones in Florida. I'm sure there's flood zones everywhere, but in Florida, I dug down to build a pen. Now, it was only a foot deep, and I hit water. Yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah, you got to be careful if you're living in Florida. I also had Florida, there's a lot of septic tanks, which this is the third one that I've owned. My first house had a septic tank, and that's the story. And then the second one, not my second house, that house I lived in Mount Dora, and it didn't have it. We were on city water. And then I moved again, and a house. I lived in a mobile home for 12 years while I went to school and was on my own after my divorce. So yeah, that house had a septic tank, and it was way too close to the house. You have to be able to drain it. I've learned a lot about septic tanks. This is the third one. Of course, I was so excited about this property. I thought I won't even go into it. It's embarrassing. I didn't care. I'm like those people right now. That's the way I was. I was like, I don't care what I have to do. I'm going to get this place. Yeah, that's what I did. So when I thought there's a few things that I should really check to make sure. One of them's the septic tank. That was the first one. Oh my gosh. That septic tank. It must have been built in the 70s. When the guy came over to check it, he said he couldn't believe it. It like somebody had rode over it. And it was too small for the house. And I could go on, but I know it. I'm just one of those people that need to share, just so maybe nobody will have the same experience. If you get a septic tank, make sure it's all good. And plus, I think this time, I really believe the people. They had lived here for 15 years. My first thought was they're telling me the truth. They wouldn't lie to me. They know all about it. Everything's fine. They told me even where it was because I wanted it draining. Because this house, as you can see, is set up, which that's one thing I really want. I didn't want to be in a flood zone. So as you can see, it goes down. It's up on, if you want to call it a hill, it's up on the ground, and the water runs off, which they told me it was right around where the fence line is there, where my crepe myrtle is. further on down a little bit. That's where it was. Yep, that's where it was. But it wasn't good. It was terrible. Matter of fact, I kind of figured my thought process was things don't seem to be working real well in the house. Yeah. That was, see, I bought it in October. I think we got it fixed in April. It was an experience. But the people that put in my new one were awesome. They're about 30 minutes from here. They're awesome company. They just, it's a family owned. They've been around here for years. And the people were awesome. So now I have a brand new septic tank. It's a big one because, of course, rules change as the years go by. You can't just stick with what was in there, and no, you have to go by the rules. And the rules say by the square footage of your house. So it had to be big. That thing cost $10,000. And of course, I took pictures of it because I want to look at it every now and then and say, because a lot of people would say, $10,000, why would you spend that much? Sometimes you just have to do what you got to do. Because I don't want, I mean, those people came out and fixed it when I ran over something over there that had something to do with it. They were right out there to fix it. Say, remember I told you had to do this and this and this. It's one of those things. I don't know how, my mind doesn't work like a lot of people. My mind is calm. I try to be as common sense as possible. Why would you have something poking out of the ground that costs that much money or hinder the fact that this gadget would work? Why wouldn't you put something around it so you wouldn't run over it or forget? You know, oh, I forgot that little thing poking out of the ground is not supposed to be run over. With the lawnmower I'm talking about. Yep. That's my, is it PSA? Public service announcement? Yeah. Yep, that's my public service announcement. I don't know if it's the same in other states, but in Florida, every septic tank is different. Because everybody puts in different things. Like this house right here, we've asked people. I don't think it has a septic tank. I don't think it was even hooked up to the one over there. I think the thing goes right down into the ground, or they used out. I don't know. We still haven't figured it out. I'll have to get an engineer in here to find out what's going on, I guess. But that's on the bottom of the list right now because I'm not using the house to live in. Not for now. Right now, I'm working on getting this property looking awesome. Because if I have to kick the bucket, I want it looking better than when I bought it. I want it looking good. I want things fixed. I want to get the best piece. I always have done that though. I don't stay in a house and not do anything. I did something to every room in my other house. So when the pictures went up, that thing sold in less than 2 days, cash. In 2019. Yes, from somebody that got on the internet and saw it. Yep. Amazing. I love this kind of technology. See, I started mowing the grass yesterday in here. I don't know if you can see. but it looks good. They used to mow it with a tractor, but I've been using my lawnmower. I don't know what we're gonna do with this mess right here. I think it's an eyesore. I know they used to burn stuff here. We're gonna have to do something with that because I don't like it. There's a lot that I want, like most people. A lot in life. You just work and work and work. Just don't forget to enjoy the day and look up, because it really reminds you that this little piece of property is a little niche in the big picture. Thanks for watching. This is, let's see, it is April, and it's the 6th, and it is Wednesday. Tomorrow I start work again, 3 days, then I'm off. I got 9 more days to work, and then I'm on vacation for 2 weeks. I'm so excited, I can't hardly stand it. I love vacations. And what's weird is, I've always loved to work, so by the end I'm ready to go back to work. I think a lot of you know what I'm talking about. Well, this is Carol again, and it is my channel, Florida Farmstead Life. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.